The Point After, episode 2 coming up.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher. The message is looking brighter, already paid up the piper. My game is getting much tighter, I feel my body on fire, Now it's game time, all the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything, that's my baseline. Go ahead and do you, I'ma make mine. You gon' read me in the headlines. Always go up, I don't know a decline. On the glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
What is up, MOF? How you doing, guys? This is The Point After, episode 2. I am your host, Alex, aka Latin Yank. And before we continue, before we really push into the show, what I want to do is send my condolences out to Eddie and my mind player. I know you guys had a loss in each of y'all's family, and I definitely want to send out my condolences and prayers to you guys. I know it's been a couple of weeks or a couple of days since that happened, but I definitely want to acknowledge you guys at the beginning of this show for that. So much love to you guys, and hope you guys are doing well. What's up, guys? Again, it's Alex, aka Latin Yank. Point After, episode 2. A little late. We are in week 6 currently. This episode was supposed to pop off on Monday. We were in the midst of we were in the midst of a week 4 when I did my interview with JFon on Monday. And apologies to him and to you guys for not having this show out and promptly time. Had some computer issues, so apologies to you all. But still no companion app, and still it's irritating. But headways is we got news. It looks like EA is going to release it soon. They just released a memo, statement, whatever you want to call it, on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call that it's coming, and hopefully we'll have it before I drop episode 3 of The Point Afters. That way it kind of helps out so we can go over stats and standings. And one more thing, if you want to be a guest on the show, definitely reach out. Let's make that happen. I'd love to have you guys on, one of you guys on. So with that said, I want to play the interview that JFon and I had on Monday, and hope you guys enjoy that interview. Full disclosure, when you guys listen, you'll see one of my technical difficulties that I had. The audio. JFon's audio came out perfect. My audio, not as well. And I've been trying to fix that completely. I don't know if it's my sound card or if it's my mic, or maybe I should just use a regular headset. But I promise to do better on episode 3. And for this, again, I apologize to you guys for the delay of the show. So again, the interview JFon and I had was during the midst of week 4. We go around the league, talk about who he thinks is hot, who he thinks has the upper hand in each division, and who he thinks can actually represent the MOF and the AFC and NFC for the Super Bowl for season 72. So definitely tune in. Hope you guys enjoy. And like I said, if you're interested in being a guest on my next show, please definitely reach out to me. I'd love to have one of you on and talk about your team and also what's going around the league. Maybe, hopefully by that time we'll be into week 10 or close to it, or maybe after week 10. But with no further ado, without delaying anything, here's the interview. Again, I hope you guys enjoy. Be right back. We have JFon, the owner of the Lions, on. What's up, JFon?
What's going on, guys? What's going on, Alex?
Not much, man. I appreciate you coming on, and
yeah, no doubt.
Thank you. Like I said, I'm new to this too, so I apologize in advance if I mess up on or Absolutely.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I appreciate you trying to get this thing
Hey, like I
off the
said,
ground, man. It's
I
going to be a great addition to the league, I think.
I appreciate it. Like I said, still nervous about it, but doing my best. And that's what I want to do. I want to contribute to the league in some way. And I know you guys loved Paulie's show when he was here, and I want
Oh
to get
yeah,
that kind of same
yeah.
element.
We've had a couple radio shows over the years, and all that stuff really just adds to the greatness of
Right.
MOF.
And yeah, I
So
didn't know because Rob gone too. Because I tried to
yep,
find
yep.
something that said that welcome to MOF radio, but I couldn't find it. I don't know if Jeff has that. I didn't want to ask him, but I didn't want to bug Rob either because I see him online every once in a while. But I just try to do my own stuff now and go with that. But let's get back to let me get into what I really got you on for. How you going? How you liking the game? How you liking the season so far? You picked the Lions, of course, because I guess L Bucks picked your Buccaneers, so you went with the Lions as a choice. Is that correct?
Yeah, I of course I wanted my Bucks, but we got another Bucks fan here now, and he got a higher pick than me, so that's how a cookie crumbles, and I kind of thought that was going to happen. So I had a couple teams in the back of my head, and really excited about the Lions. Good young team. They got a couple of pieces and important positions. I think over the whole tenure of the cycle is going to pay off for me.
Yeah, Detroit is young. They're an up and rising team in real life, and of course in the game, I think they're an attractive team. I thought they were an attractive team. As a matter of fact, I was looking at the Lions also. I mean, of course, Q kept telling me they were going to be gone, the Jets, but I was holding out hope. But I was looking at other, I was looking at other teams. I was looking at the Bears. I was looking at the Lions, and then ultimately chose the Texans just because I thought, what the hell with it. If I'm going to have fun, let me at least have fun with a team that's at home and I can try to build on. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
the Lions definitely do have a lot of talent, and you're actually showing because when I saw you were 2-1, so I'm assuming are you still 2-1? Are you 3-1 now? Are you what's your record?
Yeah, just improved to 3-1. Got first divisional game. Played our buddy Eddie and the Packers, and took care of him. So improved to 3-1. Just trying to stay humble and get used to the game, and improve. So
Gotcha. It looks like because Mr. Witness is was right on your tail. I think wasn't he tied 2-1 also? So we don't know where he's at right now.
yeah, I'm not sure if he got to 3-1 yet or not, but he's probably the favorite in division. He's a good, solid baller, been around for a long time, and I've had a couple of tough games against him in the past, and he's pretty much owned me though. To be honest with you, been close a few times, so hopefully, it'll be close. I think in the division, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I mean, you got crazy in there too. So he was right there. I think all three of you are tied at the same record. But I'm looking at Jeff's predictions. He did have Mr. Witness coming up on top just by one game. It looks like standing at 11-6, where you would be 10-7, and crazy would be 8-9. So, but I mean, like I said, Detroit's got a nice gig. I did like Chicago also, but I think you have the upper hand. You have a better quarter. Me, I get in my opinion, I think you have a more established quarterback. You may have the younger quarterback, but you have I don't know if this Fields have the better arm than who's that quarterback? I forgot also
Fields,
Fields. No, but I know Fields. But who's
yeah,
your quarterback? And yours is he used to beat
golf.
the golf. Yeah, I was getting the guy who used to beat the Rams. Well,
Yeah, that was kind of one of my big questions going in. I wasn't really sure how good golf was going to be in the game, and honestly, he's exceeded expectations. He's obviously not a superstar type quarterback, but he's getting the job done, making pretty good throws. Every now and then had a couple off the wall throws, but he's been pretty steady for me so far. So I'm happy with it.
yeah, great. I'm looking forward to the division. Uh, what you'll do? What do you think about what do you think about what's going on in the NFC throughout the league? I mean, to me, when the draft was done, I thought the league itself looked pretty even, spread apart. The division that's kind of shocked me right now is the AFC West, where they're all struggling right now, and I think it's the learning curve. I could be wrong, but I just want to get your insight on what you thought about it because I think Mac and God, who was the other guy that was there? Remo, Trigger Dan, and Big Reg. They're all. I think one of them, two of them were 1-2, and the other two were 0-3. struggling or
Yeah,
any other in that division.
yeah, it's really interesting because Trigger Dan, who's been around for a long time, probably one of the longest tenured players here in the league, and he's never really had a really good team. And went all in this year and got a high pick. Ended up getting the Chiefs, which arguably probably the best team in the game.
Right.
And I was interested to see how he was going to do, but like you said, he's actually been struggling as well. So that's it's interesting to me. Also, Mac Daddy, who's a perennial Super Bowl winner, he's having a tough time with the Raiders. I had a conversation with him recently, and he's having a tough time getting it. But
Do you think it's maybe still trying to get used to the game, or you think it's just trying to get used to the personality as trying to install his scheme?
yeah, definitely. It's just a different team, and I think he's probably not being able to put as much time as he'd like into him right now, and it's definitely showing. But I have no doubt he'll figure it out, and be a good have a lot of wins this year, no doubt.
And I was thinking the same thing. I'm not going to hold. I don't think Trigger Dan or Big Rube, the Big Rube, no Big Reg are not going to struggle either. Because I think
Yeah, big Reg, yeah,
Big
no
Reg. I
doubt.
always get confused him and Big Rube. I'm not gonna. I think they'll catch on. Remo is the one who he's got the Chiefs and the Chargers are definitely the best two teams in that division. So Remo's got probably the best quarterback in that division. So he really needs to step it up with, well, maybe not the best because I think Mahomes is probably considered the best. But
Yeah, just a comment real quick. Big Reg, I've he's a big Falcons fan, and I've been in the same division with him for like the past 15 years. It feels like, and he's a solid baller, and going to a totally different team that he hasn't played with. Obviously, like I said, he's been with the Falcons forever, so I think it's just a little bit of an adjustment period for him being with a new team. But I think he'll be up there. Him and Mac Daddy, I think, will compete for that division.
definitely, I mean, like I said, I understand exactly where they're coming from because I'm still trying to figure out this Texans team. I can played awesome against Dre and then played like crap against Big Rube. So and someone actually pointed out that my roster looked like it changed. So I got to go back and check my depth chart because it looked like my number one or number two cornerback was put to number five. So that's just something else I'll check on later. But the just going around the league, I mean the bloodbath division, which I like to call in the NFC East, they both have they were both 2-1 last I saw. Now I don't know if they've played yet, but Eagles and Bets are battling out with the commissioned Mine player not far behind them.
Yeah, that's probably the division I would least like to be in with those guys in there. I feel bad for the Dallas coach Minden. That's that's tough to have commish, and then the big powerhouse of Betts in there, and then Petty too. Pettigrew is he's won Super Bowls.
Yep.
He's always there. So and he's got a great team with the Eagles. That's a tough
Probably the
division, man.
best team in the damn game, man. I mean, I think they are the best team in the game.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he
they're them and the Chiefs, man. They're probably the best.
definitely. Yeah, I trust me because when I came with the pick, I did tinkle with the Giants, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm not getting in there with Bets and Petty right now. I had enough of Petty last season with the Seahawks, so I'd rather go somewhere
Yeah,
else.
you don't want to be in there, man.
No, I didn't want to be in there. Not whatsoever. The other divisions, like I said, none of the other divisions really stand out. I mean, I know Mac over in the North is 3-0. I don't know if Canes is still trying to dismantle his Bengals that he has right now. I know he's not a Bengals fan, but trying to get rid of Burrow kind of head scratcher for me.
Yeah, that was one of the big headlines at the beginning of the season for sure. He just basically dismantled the team, like you said, and I think a lot has to do with he looking down the line at the money he's going to end up having to pay, and figured he'd try to get a return as early as possible.
That's
Definitely an interesting strategy, but we'll see if it pans out.
definitely. I know. I tell you what, I played the Steelers guy last night. Big Rube. He just took me over, bent me over, smacked me on the ass. I had no answer to anything. I couldn't run on him, couldn't pass. It's like every pass I threw was intercept. I mean, I think I threw 5 interceptions that damn game, and it was frustrating because I couldn't. I'm sure it's a feature in the game, but the game I played against Gray, my quarterback played great. No interceptions. I don't believe in. The balls were going exactly where I was putting them. When I fell behind, I think 14-0 or 21-0 against Big Rube, my quarterback couldn't throw a ball to save his life. It was like he was throwing directly to his guys. It was frustrating, but
Yeah.
the guys that
But
I
you got
play
that
there,
you got the momentum too to deal with. Once you get up like that, it's tough to come back. This last edition and this edition with the
yeah.
addition of the momentum, that's tough, man.
Oh, and he took advantage of that. I got to give him credit. I mean, he I was really thinking out. I was trying to come off that high with that win off of Dre, and he just took me to the wood shop, man. And so I
Yeah,
think
I would definitely say the AFC North is probably the best division, especially in the beginning in the AFC. I mean, you got the Ravens coach, and
Mac.
he's going to be in it for
Oh
sure.
God.
Yeah, Mac. He's been playing good the
Yep.
past couple of years. He's going to do well, man. Can't count out, Canes.
Nope.
He's pretty solid baller. And then you got the Steelers that you were just talking about. That's going to be a tough division, man. And I could very well see probably at least the AFC Championship coming over there. Probably the
Yeah.
Super Bowl winner, to be
So
honest with you.
I mean, based on what I'm looking at on Jeff's predictions, they're all got winning records, so they all make the playoffs. I don't know if I didn't go far down, but he's got the Mac winning the division at 14-3 with Canes and the Steelers finishing at 13-4 each
Yeah.
individually. Now, of course, Buffalo Bills at 6-11. Now, Buffalo Bills going to have some trouble because he's going to have that salary cap issue after this season with
Yeah,
Watson.
he's a solid
Oh, I
player,
know he is. Oh,
but
definitely, I know he
just
is.
just being in that division, it's gonna be tough for him, man. It's gonna be real tough.
Yeah, I mean, Mac. I played him week one, and he teased me a little bit because it was 14. I think it was 14 all in that first half, and I was feeling good in that second half. I guess he said, "Fuck this," and he just took Jackson and started rolling out and passing. And I was like, "Damn, do I attack Jackson or do I sit back and let him just try to intercept?" I mean, he's got a damn good team to you got to really plan on. But the Steelers guy, I haven't played Bengals yet, so I'm looking forward to playing Canes. But the Steelers and the Ravens, I've played them both, and I was like, damn, that's going to be one hell of a division. Um, other than that,
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one for sure.
and I apologize if I'm just beating around the bushy with all these other leagues, but divisions. I mean, but I want to go to the AFC East now. Gouch dismantled the Jets. Now, there's one move he did do that I agreed with him. I definitely would have traded Dalvin Cook too, because I think Israel. I can't pronounce his last name, but that kid's a stud. Well, I think if any of y'all watched Hard Knocks, I think that kid's going to be a solid number two or number one in the future. So I think he did a damn good job of getting rid of Cook and making that other kid his number two back behind Hall. But I think he's in. I think he's in. No, he's in second place because not Duran, but yeah, Bubba Duran is in first place with the Bills, and then the crack speed fanatic Double D is right there with him. I don't think he's figured out
He
how to really play with
he
that
got what he
team.
wanted with that speed.
Yeah,
That's all the Dolphins are is speeds.
it is speed, very much, but I think he's still having trouble trying to figure out how to play quarterback with that left-handed quarterback. Because I'm sure most people
Mm,
naturally want to roll
yeah,
right. He's got to roll left.
right.
So
Yep.
I haven't played him yet either, but I'm looking forward to it. I mean, what do you think on this division?
Yeah, it's a tough division. I really was expecting the Bills there, Bubba, to probably dominate, but I've been pleasantly surprised with both the Dolphins and the Jets. They've both been playing well, and I think between those three, it's going to be a toss up. Unfortunately, the Patriots probably going to end up being last in that division. Old Pizzle there.
Yep.
But the other three, I think it's really up for grabs between any three of them. If I had to give a slight edge, I'd probably go Bills right now because the team is probably the best out of those three.
Right.
But it's really close. I mean, the Jets obviously, you know about the Jets. They,
Right.
they got a solid squad now, and the Dolphins are an up and coming team, and they're built for Madden. With all the speed and double D like set. So it's going to be close, real close. I think.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing this division also. Of course, I'm pulling for Gouch because I'm a Jets fan, of course. But I was this.
Like I said, he's been pleasantly surprising. The past couple of seasons, he's kind of hovered in mediocrity, but this year he's off and winning some games and looking good. So,
Yeah,
like I said, it's definitely gonna be interesting over
yeah.
there.
Like I said, I'm rooting for him until I have to play him. Then I'm not going to root for him right then and there. It'll change then. But until then, I'll root for him. I do like what he's doing. Now, let me go to the AFC South. You got. I'll tell you, I played. It's confusing when you call his name because Bengals only is the Colts. When I played him, man, he was running that ball with Taylor so good. Set up the pass, and his defense was solid. I've not played Rocco yet, but of course he was 2-1 also. And I don't know if they've played yet. Their week 4 game. I played Dre. I think Dre told me he tried a new playbook, so he was not on his game that day, which could be. I want to say that I kind of game plan for him a little bit, but the same game plan I used for him, I tried on Big Ruben, it didn't work. So it could have been luck on my end. But I know I'm going to be the bottom of the totem pole in this game, in this division for now. I'm hoping to in the future seasons move up, but right now I think this is a 3-team race. I got to give it to Bengals right now because the way he played me, I was very impressed the way he held that Colts team.
Yeah, well, with the talent you got, it's like you said, it's probably going to be at least a season or two before you're, in a better spot to compete. So yeah, probably going to be last place for you this year. But you've got some young talent, you got a young quarterback, and so a couple seasons, who knows? As for the other three, I think unfortunately, I hate to say this, I think it's going to be Rock's division, the Titans. He's that's his team. He knows them. And he's off to a good start. And any other time I would say Dre would be right there competing, but I don't know what's going on with him this year. He can't figure the game out. He's just struggling. I think he's enjoying retirement and just way too much, to be honest with you, because he is retired, and I think he's just down there sipping too much, sitting on the beach a little too much because he has not brought his game this year. So as much as it pains me, because honestly I can't stand the little sucker, I think it's Rock's division.
Let's see. I hear that love-hate relationship you have with them.
There's no love. There's no love. It's all hate.
It's all hate.
I can't wait. I hope he listens to it because he knows there's no love. It's all hate. Just can't love you, buddy.
Oh, I feel it in the text when you guys text each other. I do feel it, but I want to say Rock also, but I mean, like I said, we only got 3 games in, maybe 4. I'm leaning on the Colts just based on what I saw. Especially with Rock trying to get rid of Henry, that kind of threw me off. Also, I think he's got him back. He feels more confident, so he's probably trying to do the same thing, trying to get something for him now.
He likes to blow a lot of smoke. I don't think he's going to move the King there. King Henry, he's going to keep him. I don't see him moving him.
All right. Okay. So, you're going with Rock all the way. Okay, Rock. There you go. You don't hate on JFon, man. He loves you, man. Let me go. We already went over the two of the NFC divisions, yours and the AFC and the East. Let me go to the South. We got some new guys here, so you got to walk me through.
Yes.
I've been out for a while. You got Carolina, who's Detroit. Now, this guy's good. I think he's just new talent. Not new talent, but he's got a rookie quarterback and a whole bunch of young weapons there.
Definitely. Yeah.
With him. Then you got Wilkie, who's the Falcons. You got Booby. I love that damn name. Booby is the New Orleans Saints, and then of course, El Bucks is the Buccaneers. Now, when I last saw, I believe Wilkie was 3-0, and the other two are 2-1. With Detroit was 0-3, but I know he won his last game, so he's 1-3 now. But I don't know anything about Wilkie. Booby, I remember him vaguely. Detroit, I met last cycle. I don't know anything about El Bucks, so run me down here.
Well, I tell you, it's another division where a lot of big time players have assembled this year. Detroit and Wilkie both competed last year and were very good. And Booby is always playing well. So it's gonna be another tough division. I'm pleasantly surprised. El Bucks, my guy there, running my Bucks. He's exceeded my expectations because he's had I think 2 struggling seasons the past 2 years. He was up in Cleveland last year, and it just didn't pan out for him. I know he had a lot of cap problems, but he just never really got it going on the field. But he's competing this year, and he's doing all right with the Bucks, but it's such a tough division. I actually played Wilkie in week 3, and very impressed by the defense that he runs. And he's got some young weapons on offense that he's got the running back, obviously Robinson, Bijan,
Yeah,
and
he's the end product.
he's going to keep improving. He uses him well. I really liked what I saw out of him. We had a good defensive battle, and he edged me out. But I think he's the favorite. And the Panthers, even though Detroit's a good player, I think just having the quarterback so young and arm strength not where it needs to be yet, it's going to take some time for him. I don't think it's going to be this season, but as the cycle goes on, he'll be competing. So if I had to say who would win this year, it's definitely going to be the Falcons. Can't count Booby out. He's always competing. He's always there. And the Saints, definitely have probably the best roster in the division right now to win.
Yeah.
But if I had to put my money on anybody, it'd be Wilkie.
Gotcha. And I play Wilkie next. That's who I play next. So I'm looking forward to getting my ass whooped there.
and then you go a step further. If I had to put an early guess on an NFC champion, I would probably go with the Falcons, just from what I saw and knowing how he competed last year and the weapons he's got on offense.
Okay.
I think he's going to be there.
Oh, I like this. So you're saying you went past the division. You said this guy can actually represent the whole NFC.
I do. Yeah, I do. I think he's good. There's a couple beasts. Like we talked about earlier in the NFC East. Most likely Betts or Pettigrew, I think. But if I had to put my money right now, I would have to say the Falcons.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to playing him next. Like I said, that's my week 5 game. So definitely looking forward to getting my butt whooped there. But hey, that's what the game's about: learning and moving on to the next cycle. But sometimes you have to imitate. It's a copycat league sometimes. So I may have to take a really good look at this Wilkie guy. So let me go with the last division, the West. Another couple new guys here also. You got MMX, staple of the MOF, with the Niners. I think he was 2-1. And you got Q in there. I believe it was 1-2. And then you have the 2 new guys. I think the Cardinals is don't tell me his name, Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
The the Rams guy is called I forgot his name already. I apologize. It's an easy name too.
I think it's Victor.
Victor, yeah.
Sorry, I'm not looking at any sheets either, so I'm just trying to go off the top of my head buddy.
Me too. Me too. And I apologize. And I thank you for stepping in, Victor. I apologize. Like I said, I'll as we keep moving, I'll remember who you are. But Victor right now is impressing me with the Rams. I had the Rams last cycle. I thought freaking Stafford was a drag. I mean, you lost. They traded away the cornerback. Damn it, Ramsey. So
yeah, Jalen.
You the only defensive piece really you have there is Donaldson, and then your receivers, Cup. All of them are going to eat up a lot of contract money. That's what really killed me. That's why I had to start trading pieces away last year. I like to see how he's going to handle that, but jumping out right off the bat at 2-1, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the lower rated teams in the whole league, as far as talent wise, because of the reasons you just stated, they basically had to ship off most of their talent. And it's definitely interesting. He's off to a good start, and as he builds that team back, he'll be a contender out there.
So was he in the cycle last? Or is he brand new to the MOF?
He was not in the cycle last year, but he has, I believe, been in MOF before at one time.
Okay.
But I can't exactly place what time frame that was.
Right. I had to go back.
So the last time he's a new old guy.
He's a new old guy. Okay, gotcha. Now I know Q picked the Seahawks right off the bat because he fell in love with them, but I guess once he got them, he was disappointed because they don't have the personnel to run his 3-4 defense, which he wants to run. So I don't know if that's why he's struggling a little bit at 1-2. Again, I don't know if he's played his 4th game yet, but that's where he's at. And then don't know much about Doc Holliday as well. I think he was 1-2 as well, or 0-3. Can't remember.
Yeah. Doc. I think Doc is actually our only actual new guy this cycle, at least to begin with. So he got the last pick, obviously, and got the Cardinals. Good luck with that. He could do worse because I've been watching his games. He's been competing in all the games. So, that's a plus. He's just got a big mountain to climb to try to get some better talent on that roster, which, he has made some trades and gotten a couple of, important pieces in. So, can't fault him for, not trying. Really, as far as the division in a whole, it's a tough division because, you've got MMX, who's a solid player with one of the better teams, top 5 team in the league. You got my man Q with the Seahawks, who, he has run into some problems, like you said, but he's a guy that runs the front office better than maybe any other owner in the league. And I have no doubt he'll be able to get that straightened out. Actually, he already is on his way. I saw him make a couple moves. His secondary has improved. And I think in the long run, he's going to be okay. Just got to continue, working that GM cap he has. But as far as, like I said, it's really a tough division to call because of those reasons I stated. And then you got the new guys in there. And so it's really a toss-up. If I had to pick one for this season, I'd probably go with MMX just because of the talent that the 49ers have. But going forward, I think any 4 of them could compete because, like you said, the Victor and the Rams look really good. You got this Doc Holliday guy with the Cardinals who, is coming along. He's won a game and been competing in all the games. So really a toss-up, man.
Yeah, well, I'm helping out the Doc Holliday right now because he's got the Texas #1 pick. So you're welcome, Doc. You're welcome there. All right, guy. Hey, I appreciate it. I mean, as a whole, I like the whole MOF. I think we're in a good spot. Um, I love how you're playing. Like I said, I haven't seen watching games, but I do. I'm looking. I'm not gonna lie. On the expert pits, I've been picking against you. I changed my tune now. I'm picking for you. So I apologize.
Well, I tell you, the injury bug bit me early, which I know it's bitten everybody, and it's been a hot topic in the league. So, I'm just going to have to try to work through that and, see how it goes throughout the season. Obviously, you don't want everybody hurt, but you got to have some injuries. So we're trying to find that happy medium.
Right.
And I lost, Gibbs, star running back. I lost him 4 plays into the, week 1, really hurt. So, stuff like that is going to happen. Just going to have to fight through it and, see how far I can go personally.
You're right. Everybody's in the same boat, so it isn't just it isn't being done on just one person. It's because the injury bug hit me in the last game. I think I lost 4 guys in the same game. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's something you have to get. You got to get over and adjust. So we'll see how it goes. But JFon, hey, I appreciate you. You got anything you want to say? Any shout outs you want to give out to any of the guys out there? You want to
just shout out to the whole MOF. Shout out to Jeff, of course, for keeping it going, and the great staff. I'm actually on the staff, so I work with them, and a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure things go as smoothly as possible. And really, all the message is get your bunny gear, EA. Get that companion app out so we can actually have some live stats through Neon to look at, and quit befungling around with this BS. They should have already had it out. So get your head right, EA. Get the companion app out, and everyone hope to have a good season this year. Good cycle.
Yep, I agree with you there. Agree with you. So, hey, thanks again, JFon. You have a good season. We'll definitely come back anytime. We'll invite you back in, and hey, go win that division, man. I know you can beat Mr. Whitney.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it my all. I got Bears and Vikings in my way, and should be fun. Just gonna go out there and compete and see what happens.
But I think you can beat Crazy. I'm sorry, Crazy.
I got him. No doubt.
All right, man. Hey, you have a good night.
All right, Alex, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate everything you're doing. Keep up the good work, and catch you guys later.
All right, appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Guys, that was JFon. I'll be right back. All right, guys, that was the interview. Thank you again, JFon, for joining us. Really do appreciate it. Again, once I apologize to all you guys for the audio technical difficulties. Definitely try to improve for episode 3. But I do hope you guys enjoyed the interview that we had, the conversations we had. And hey, like I said, I think we're all definitely moving along in this season, and can't wait to see how it finishes off. Again, if you're interested, hit me up. Would love to have one of you guys on the show. I'll be fishing around asking who's interested, but if you're interested, throw me a line. We'll get that going. Other than that, guys, I want to sign off. Enjoy the football games this weekend. Um, enjoy tonight's game, which is already going on. Enjoy Sunday's games, and definitely enjoy Monday night's game, baby. Go Jets.